Hi everyone, my name is Monique.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we're going to be continuing our Uwe Rosenberg series with a spin-off game of one of his larger box games called Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small.
Yes, this one came out back in 2012. It's a two-player only game, one of three that he designed that's kind of modeled after some bigger box games. So this one's modeled after Agricola. It's published by Z-Man Games and of course designed by Uwe Rosenberg.
Yes. I believe the other two titles are Le Havre, the Inland Port, which is modeled after Le Havre, and that came out the same year as this one, I believe.
It did, yes.
And there's also Cave versus Cave.
Yeah, Caverna's kind of spin-off.
Yeah, and that came out several years later because, of course, by this time, I don't think Caverna had been released yet either. And so in this game in particular, we are basically doing all of the animal-focused items that are part of the original game of Agricola. It's still pretty tight, but the main object of the game here is to have as many animals as you can by the end of the game because they're going to score you most of your points. But there is a little bit more to it than that, and so as per usual, we are going to start with a quick teach of the game and then go into our full two-player playthrough and end with a review. If you're interested in jumping around, we'll include timestamps down below.
Also, if you do like these kind of videos and you want to follow along with the rest of the Uwe Rosenberg series, feel free to subscribe. And also, if you've missed any of the other games part of the series, there's a little thing up here that you can click on and check them all out.
All right, and with that, I think we're ready to begin. So, if you'd please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for our two-player game of Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. Naveen throwing the box around.
I threw the box. It's a small box.
And so as you can see here, we each have our own farms again. Welcome back to the farm, everyone.
We're back.
It's been a while. You know, we just finished Ora et Labora, where we built out a whole town. And now we're back to our own personal farms. And so in this game, like we were mentioning, we are going to be trying to breed as many animals as we can. There are 4 different types of animals in the game. We have the horse, cow, pig, and sheep, which we just don't have on the board yet. And at the end of the game, you're going to get 1 point for each animal that you have in your farm. In addition, you'll also earn bonus points depending on how many of a certain breed you have. And you'll also get negative points depending on which breed you have 3 or fewer of. So just like Agricola, it wants you to diversify. And in addition to animals, we're also going to be building some buildings such as stalls as well as special buildings, which will also be worth points at the end of the game. Now the game is played over the course of 8 rounds, and this is a worker placement game. Each player has 3 different workers. We're basically going to be placing out one of our workers and taking the action. So let's just go ahead and talk about some of these action spots. The most basic of the action spots are those that give you resources. And so there are 3 different types of resources in the game. There's wood, there's stone, and there's reed. And so anytime you go to a spot like this, you basically just take all of the resources at that spot. So in this example, it's just 1 wood. Although this spot in particular also gets you the first player marker, which does not rotate from round to round. This is the only way to become first player. Now the 4 spaces at the top of the board here are going to be refilled from round to round, and the number of resources that get placed are denoted on the board themselves. If nobody takes these resources, then it'll continue to stack and grow bigger and bigger.
Just accumulate.
And besides those areas, the only other place to gain these resources is right there. And this gives you 1 of each resource type that you take from the supply. The next type of action spaces are these 2, and they have to do with building out our borders. And so each player starts the game with 9 of these fences of sorts. With these fences, we're going to be building out pastures on our board in order to house the different animals. At the start of the game, we start with just this 1 special building called a cottage that has the ability to house 1 animal only.
That's it.
That's not going to be good enough.
No.
Taking this action allows you to spend wood in order to build out your borders, and it's at a 1-to-1 ratio. This action gets 2 borders for free, but for each additional one that you want to build, you have to spend 2 ore per border. And sorry, I think that is stone, not ore. Now, in order for pastures to hold animals, they must be fully enclosed. And so this is an example of a fully enclosed pasture that consists of 2 squares. As you can see, I did not build a border down here because the buildings all are surrounded by borders already. And so that counts when building out your pastures. Each space within a pasture can hold up to 2 animals each, but they must all be of the same type of animal. So right now I can hold 4. Borders, by the way, or anything that you build out besides the animals cannot be moved once they're placed. So you better be sure that this is where you want to put your borders. Now, as you can see, I'm already running kind of low on my borders. And so the next action spot is this one here, which allows you to take additional borders as they fill up on the board, as well as gaining an expansion tile from the side here that'll attach to the side of your board, making your farm bigger. Each round, 1 border is going to be added to this spot, so it becomes a timer for the game. But when taking this action, you take all of the borders from there. And you add it to your supply, by the way. You do not get to add it directly to your board.
Right.
Now, I do want to mention for these expansion tiles, if you are able to fully utilize each spot, then they're going to score you 4 points at the end of the game. And just having built pastures on them is good enough. Now, there is a way for you to increase the capacity of these pastures as well as your buildings, and that is by building feeding troughs, which is this spot right here. Going there gets you 1 free feeding trough, and then you can continue to build more of these at a rate of 3 wood per feeding trough. These troughs can be placed on buildings just like that, and that would double the capacity for holding animals on that building. So right now the cottage starts at a capacity of 1. Me building that there would increase that to 2. Or I can place it in this pasture, and that will double the size of the entire pasture. So now, instead of it being a capacity of 4, it's a capacity of 8. And that multiplies. So if I were to build a second trough in here, then it would be a capacity of 16.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, that is good space utilization.
And the rule is 1 trough for 1 square.
Yes, including squares that do not belong to a pasture, just like this. If you have a lone trough on an open square, then that can hold 1 animal. And so now that we have pastures and areas to hold our animals, the next action spots are these 4, which allow you to take everything on that spot. And so if I were to go here, then I would get the horse. But the thing that's interesting about this area over here is the animal type that gets refilled there is dependent on what's currently there. And so if the spot is empty when we need to refill it at the start of the next round, then this spot is going to get a horse.
Yep.
However, if there's already a horse on that spot, then it's going to just continue to get sheep until it empties again. And so that concept is very similar in all 4 quadrants. Whenever you take animals, you must place them on your board immediately. Any animals that you do not have the capacity to hold, run away.
They bail.
They do.
That's
The thing that's nice is you can always rearrange your animals. And so if you feel like you need to store a certain breed in a different pasture type, you can freely move them around. And lastly, the last action spaces have to do with building out buildings. And so there are 4 special building types. And in order to build them, you have to go to one of these 2 action spaces. And we'll talk about these buildings more as we play the game, but typically these special buildings will get you a lot of points at the end of the game. And they'll also sometimes give you an immediate benefit. Like if I were to build out this shelter, then immediately I get 1 animal of my choice.
From the supply.
From the supply, exactly. And the shelter holds 1 animal. In addition to these special buildings, we also have 4 of these stalls. Each stall can hold maximum 3 animals. They're also each worth 1 point at the end of the game. But you can also go to this spot here, which lets you pay either 5 wood or 5 stone to upgrade a stall to a stable, which can now hold 5 animals and is worth 4 points at the end of the game.
And again, if you put a trough in there, that 5 could then turn into 10. On just 1 little tile.
Just 1 square. And those are all of the action spaces. Like we were mentioning, as soon as each player has placed all of their workers, then the round will end. We will take back our workers and then we'll go into a breeding phase, a standard Uwe Rosenberg breeding phase. If you're not familiar with the way that Uwe Rosenberg does breeding, as long as you have at least 2 of a specific animal type, then you'll breed and gain 1 additional. So you could have 16 horses, you'll still just get 1 at the end of the round. We then start the next round by refilling the board and continue playing the full 8 rounds. At the end of the game, we're going to score 1 point per animal that we have in our farm. We'll also score additional bonus points per animal for meeting a certain threshold, which we'll talk about during the game. We'll add up our points for our buildings as well as our extensions, and at that point, whoever has the most points wins. And that's pretty much it. So we're just gonna go ahead and get cleaned up and then get started with our playthrough.
Okay, so we reset the board. We just have to figure out who is going to be going first. You want to go rock, paper, scissors?
Sure. Oh, it's been a while. Ready? Oh. Oh my gosh. That was exciting. It's me.
All right.
I get to go first. Well, if you go second, that's the tiebreaker.
That's the tiebreaker.
You don't get anything special, but
No.
if we happen to tie, you will win the game, Naveen.
Yeah, that's true.
So we've already done all of our refilling, and so we're ready to actually just jump straight into actions.
Sure.
Starting with me.
Okay, what you got?
Oh my gosh. This is like the most important decision, right?
Yeah.
Very first thing that you do in Agricola. Well, I think I'm going to take the pretty standard opening move of just getting all of this wood.
Yeah, wood's good.
Yeah, it is three whole wood.
All right, so since you're going to go there, I will go to the spot which gets me 1 of everything.
Ah.
So I will take 1 wood, 1 stone, and of course 1 reed, which is very useful for building out buildings later.
Blast, Naveen. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this stone. So 2 stone. There you go.
Sounds good. Yeah, okay, I'm going to want first player marker then.
Oh, Naveen.
Yeah.
I can never hold on to that thing.
I mean, I can't let you have first dibs on the next one.
Awful. I think I'm going to get a horse.
Okay.
I don't know if this is too early. I can never tell the timing of when to take animals.
You can't breed, but
I can't.
I mean, it'll set you up for the next one.
It's not going to refill unless it's empty.
That's right.
That's the thing.
That's true, yeah.
That is it for me. I'm done with all my
I
work.
think I'm going to nab a cow.
You nab a cow?
Yeah, I'm going cattle. Same reasoning.
Okay.
I'm going to put it right there.
Like what you did there.
Yeah, the cottage can only hold one animal, so there it is.
There you go, cow. All right, well, that's it. That is the end of round 1. Real simple, real easy.
Yep. So we bring them back.
So workers come home, and then we technically do the breeding phase, but neither of us have...
Nothing to be bred.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go ahead and go into round 2, and we're going to refill the board. So go ahead and refill the top, with resources from there, and then I'm going to go ahead and refill the animals. Because this already has a reed here, it's going to get a sheep.
That's right.
Same thing for this spot here that has a pig. And because these 2 are empty, then they will refill with their cow and horse.
Looks good. And then we do need a fence to come on in there.
Yep.
Perfect.
Just like that.
That looks good.
All right, we are set to go, and now it is starting with you.
Me first. Wow.
You wanted first.
I did.
There's
some good stuff out there. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the... Oh,
where are you
I'm putting my fence out there. What am I doing? I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take 2 stone.
You're so creative when you're playing games.
What the heck was I doing? All right.
Done?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go and take this spot while it's still there.
It's hot,
So it's one of each type, a wood, stone,
it's a solid spot.
And reed.
Gets you moving.
Thank you.
There you go.
All right, back to you.
All right, next action. Since you have everything you need to do this action, I'm going to go to this one and build myself a stall.
Okay.
A stall cost 3 stone and 1 reed. Exactly what I have, 3 stone and 1 reed.
Nice.
Go out. Now I can hold 3 animals here.
Right.
And I'm just going to tuck this one right here. I like
Very
where
good.
it is. It's nice and central, so I can use its fences to start doing other things. Yeah.
Gosh, I think I'm just like one short of something that I really wanted to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and take 3 wood.
Yeah, 3 wood's good.
Still
Solid.
seems like I could do something with it.
Last action. This game, you always feel like you want 4 actions per round.
Yeah.
And they only give you 3.
Clever with the 3 worker thing.
Yeah. So now I have spots to breed cows, so I think I should probably go get one.
Yeah?
Yeah, because then it can start, going and chaining and doing all its things. So I'm going to go here, get this cow. This cow's going to go into the stall, and I'm just going to go ahead and move it over here.
There you go.
Now.
So they're not lonely.
So they're not lonely. Yeah.
So you can hold a total of 4
I could
animals.
total 4 animals of 2 different types of breeds as of right now.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to take first player. There's always a terrible feeling taking 1 wood.
Yeah.
But I'm first player, and there you go.
I mean, you're resource rich.
Sure. Yeah, I am. That is true.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it.
That's it.
So let's go ahead and take our workers back.
And then we'll have a breeding. So I do have breeding.
You will have a breeding.
Yes.
Because you have 2 cows, you gain another.
A third, which will be housed here.
All right. So now you've reached your capacity there. And we're going to move on to the 3rd round. This is a very quick game. We're just going. So let's go ahead and refill if you want to refill the resources.
Yep, no problem.
I'll do the animals here.
Sure.
All right. I think we are all set up now.
Okay.
And now I am first, so I get to take, what I want.
Okay.
I think I'm going to start by building some borders because we're in round 3 and I have nothing on my board.
Sure. Yeah.
What happened here? So it's a 1-to-1 ratio spending wood. And I think I'm going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend 4 wood. 3, 4 to put out 4 borders.
4 borders. Okay.
There you go. Now, I do not have to fully enclose a pasture by doing this. I just won't be able to put any animals in it until it's closed. So I'm just going to go ahead and build it like that.
Interesting.
That's me. Naveen, what do you want to do?
I mean, I got to get the wood while I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to take 3 wood.
Yeah, that is nice.
I would have liked more.
What
I really didn't want you to take the 3 wood last time. I wanted to stack to 6. I wanted the 6.
Wow.
Yeah,
you're like Ebenezer Scrooge over here.
I wanted it all.
All right. Well, it's back to me. And because you took that spot, I couldn't build a stall. So now I will.
Sure, yeah.
So 3 stone and a reed.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I threw my
it's
reed
like
at you.
it never happened.
And I can go ahead and build this stall. I'm going to build it right there.
Very good.
So now this is a fully enclosed pasture because I completed the border with the stall. All right. Back to you.
2 actions. Look at all that. Look at all that stone. That 4 stone just sitting there for me. It is calling my name.
You can be a stonemonger right now.
It's true. I could. I will.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
I'll have
That's a
some
lot of
use
stone.
for it at some point.
It's 4 stone.
4
Wow.
stone, yeah.
Now with my last action, I am going to take the horse-sheep partnership
A little
here.
combo.
Yeah, so I can get in on a little bit of breeding. And then I'm just going to, I guess I can put them both in here for now and leave my pasture open.
Sure.
For some reason. All right, that's me.
Do I take first place back?
No, not unless you really need it. It's such a terrible spot.
It is, but what if you start building fences? I'm going to have to do it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. No, I'm going to go here.
Wow.
Forget it. I'm not worried.
He said forget it.
Forget it.
You did the old switcheroo there.
3, yes. I'd rather have more stuff. Oh, I took 2 of those.
I was like, wait, something's not right.
Color. That's it.
All right,
now
is
I
it.
have resources. Look at these.
Yeah, now wow.
Yeah.
You had more than I had when you said I had a lot.
I mean.
Well, now we're just.
That's it. Now we're just praising each other.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's bring
take
these
back our workers. And then we're going to breed. So
I do have space for one more. It's going to go into the cottage.
One more cow.
So now I got to start moving.
There you go.
Yep.
And I get a horse. My first time participating in breeding.
Horse.
There you go. I got my horse.
Very good.
So now we're moving on to the 4th round, and we're going to go ahead and refill. There you go. Everything is refilled.
Yep.
And now Naveen, are you start player?
No,
Did you take? Oh no, it's me. It's still me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so used to you being first. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit of everything out there.
Grand.
Look at all those sheep.
I know. And I think I'm going to start by building our first special building. So I'm going to build the open stables. In order for you to build out this special building, you have to build it over a stall. So this is the first time I'm actually able to do this now that I have a stall here. And so this is going to replace this, just like this. So this goes back.
Very good.
And one of the benefits of building the open stables is you can immediately gain either 1 cow or 1 horse. So the horses, we didn't really go over the bonus chart, but the horses are the animal type that you need the least amount in order to start scoring those bonus points. So first I'm going to pay for the stables with my 3 wood.
Yep.
And then I'm going to take a horse. So
just horsing it up.
I'm just horsing it up.
Going hard.
And I think I'm just going to move these now that there's 4 of them. Well, I guess this can still hold them.
Yeah.
Because the max capacity with the open stables is 5.
Right.
All right. There you go. That's
it,
me.
huh? Okay, so I need to get some fences like ASAP. So we're going to go here to the unlimited spot, and I'm going to build out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fences.
Okay.
So that's going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 wood. And let's go ahead and just put those in.
Nice.
So now I have a nice little big pasture here.
Very cool.
4 and 5. And so
wow.
That's what it looks like.
That is a big pasture.
That is. So I'm just going to start just moving some cows just because.
Just because you can?
Yeah, I want to. There we go.
Okay.
All right, that opened up the stall and now the cottage for other things, for other activities.
Well, this is probably a waste of an action. Or it's not a waste, I'm just not being efficient. But I'm going to get a feeding trough.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because I don't have enough wood to purchase to build another one.
Yeah,
so I'm going to get 1 for now, and I'm going to place it here.
Okay, so now your entire pasture's capacity is 8.
Yes.
Because it's 2 and 2, but now everything's
times
doubled.
2, yeah.
So a lot of horses going to just spill out in there, huh?
Yeah, maybe. Let's just move them in there now.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, it's easier to see.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take all these sheep and this reed right here, because I'm looking at breeding. If I took this one here, I would not be able to house an extra animal based off of breeding.
Sure.
So these 3 are going to come here. And this reed is going to go here because once this breeds, I only have a spot for 1 more. So taking the pigs makes no sense. I'd rather take the reed in hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And again, we are trying to diversify our animals as much as possible. If at the end of the game you have 3 or fewer of an animal type, that's going to be minus 3 points, which is a lot in a game like this. So with that being said, I am going to take this spot.
Yeah.
At least I can get
space for it.
And I can get 1 in on the pig game here. So I'm going to move my sheep in there. I'm gonna put my pig in the cottage.
Okay, so the way I see it right now is I can get either 3 wood or I can get 2 wood and go first.
Yeah.
2 wood and go first.
That is a good time to do that.
Do it.
There you go. You get the token person.
Okay.
That's everybody.
Yep.
All right. So let's go ahead and take these back.
Okay.
And then
we do have breeding.
We'll have our breeding.
A little more exciting breeding.
So what do you get, Naveen?
I get 1 cow and 1 sheep.
There you go.
So cow can be housed in this pasture. So these 2 are capacity. I can really only hold 1 more, so I need to do something about that.
Okay.
And then this is going to go right there.
Okay.
Boom.
And I'm going to breed a horse and a sheep, and same thing. I'm at capacity here now too.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the 5th round with the refill phase.
Okay.
Perfect. I think now we are all set up.
Yep.
And this time it is Naveen that's going to go first.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me.
Unfortunate, huh?
So yeah, I'm resourceless and I'm in the stinky turn order position.
Resource and stinky, you say. Okay, so I don't want to be hosed on this, and I'd like to double this ASAP. So I'm going to go here.
Nice.
So I'm going to gain 1 of these troughs. And I'll just go ahead and tuck it right over here.
Are you going to buy another one?
So I could buy another one for a 3 wood. I mean, this is the time to do it. I would like to not have to take actions to go back there. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend these 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to put this one in my little stall over here. So now this can house a total of 6 because it doubles its capacity.
Okay.
I'm just going to slip this sheep over here. So now I have 4 of my 6 going there. I just want to make sure I mentally prepare for this cottage.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to take all this wood.
Yeah.
Because 6 wood
it's too much.
is really sweet.
Absurd.
Back to you.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to buy a second stall. So I'm going to go here and pay 3 and 1. So 3 stone.
Yeah.
1 reed. And now I have my second stall. And the only legal place to place it is right here. It's a little waste of these extra fences.
You technically could move your animals aside. You're probably not going to do this, but just for rules clarification, you can move your animals aside and build your stall inside your pasture.
Yeah.
It would divide your pasture, so you can put different types of animals, in each.
But I kind of like what's happening here with this auto. This like now the cows are just auto populated. They're just set and
just
they're
like
just so I kind of like this right here because now I can hold a diverse group within this stall, within this cottage, and kind of set it up.
Sure, as long as you knew that you had
that was an
options.
option. Yeah.
Well, I am going to expand. This farm isn't big enough for the.
This farm's not going to build itself.
I don't know how many animals are there. So first I get to take all of these borders.
You do.
They go into my supply. And now I get to expand.
You do.
So I'm going to go ahead and place that right there. Just like that. And that's it. So now I can grow up my farm further. And if I'm able to fill this entire extension, it's going to be worth 4 points.
Right. Very, very good. Okay, so I think the last action, now that I see that I can get a horse involved here, I'm going to go ahead and do it because I do not want to be shy of any horses. So I'm going to come on in here, take this, and so I'm going to place my little sheep there, and I'm going to put this horse here.
So gentle.
So gentle.
All right.
So this thing can house 1 more sheep, which is perfect during breeding.
God, I should have taken that.
I had to take it.
Yeah, for some reason I was eyeing that. I don't know why I didn't take that sooner.
I just wanted to get into a 3rd animal here, so.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and build some fences.
Yeah.
I got this expansion for a reason, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to spend, how much wood do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's not a good number.
7.
I'm going to spend 4.
Okay.
It's always good to have 3 extra wood.
Yeah.
So I'm spending 4 wood right there.
Trough abilities later, perhaps?
Yeah, for trough abilities.
What are you doing?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
There you go.
Many a pastures.
So I still have some room
to do
stuff there, but now I have another pasture and I can actually breed.
Yeah, legally.
Yeah, because I didn't have any more space for my sheep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that is it. We are done with the round. We are getting really scarily close to the end of the game here.
3 more rounds.
So let's take back our workers.
1, 2, 3 comes back.
And then let's do some breeding.
Yeah. Cow legal, sheep legal. 1 more, yes. So cow and sheep.
There you go.
I need to figure out my life.
And I am horse and sheep. So here's my horse. It's gonna just go there. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna stack 4s, I think. That way I just know. Column 4. That's now maxed. This can host 2 more and then 4 more right there. So, or you know what? I don't want this to tip over. Let's just go ahead and make it so that they're nice and snug.
All right.
2 and 2.
I'm gonna move my sheep into here probably. 2 and 2. I bred 1 horse and 1 sheep. All right. We're more than halfway through.
We are.
We're going into the 6th round. So let's go ahead and refill. All right, all set up. And it is still Naveen's turn as first player. So where would you like to go? This is so tight.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
It definitely feels Agricola-like.
Oh, it does. I do not know what I'm doing other than taking all this stone.
Wow.
All right.
Such setup. Boy, you have stone. Okay.
I do.
There's a lot of stone there.
Give me the stone. Yeah, thank you.
I guess I'll go here and just get 2 feeding troughs.
2 troughs.
Because I'm going to turn in these 3 wood.
That's not good.
Thank you. I'm going to place 1 in my open stables over here.
That houses 10.
10 and 1 here. So now that houses 8.
8.
It feels a little bit more secure. That way I will
because now you can shift your sheep back and then open up a space for a different animal.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's move these. They don't want to be lonely. All right.
Yep. All right, I think I'm going to take some wood. Never feels quite good. Never feels the way
I feel like the wood does feel good because it always comes in the most abundance.
I wanted it at 6 though, but I thought if I left the 3 out there, you just nab it.
Yeah. I probably would have. Wow, what is going on? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheep here?
Yes.
Plus you've reached capacity.
But I can leak them over into this stall over here,
That's
so I'm
true.
not too worried about that.
I was actually really worried that you were going to take the pigs and cow combo.
Oh, I wanted to.
So I think I'm going to take them and relocate my pigs over here. So now I have 4. Fantastic.
I know.
And
Terrible.
1 cow. So that's not as fantastic.
All right, and then you know what? I'm just going to take this wood right here.
Okay.
Wood grabbing.
Gosh, you love that spot.
It's not that I love it. It's just
you retained first, right?
I know.
I'm just joking.
Thank you.
Well, I guess for my last action, I'm just going to take this horse because I'm kind of on a roll here with the horses.
Nice.
So yeah, I am. That's it.
That's it. All right, we're going to pull it back. 1, 2, 3.
And I'm going to get a horse. I'm going to get a horse, a pig, and a sheep.
Horse, pig, sheep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get a sheep and a cow.
There you go. And I'm just placing mine in really basic places because there's space now.
So this can house 6 max. So that's already at its max there. So I'm just going to leak this one into this stall until I'm ready to do something better.
Something better? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now we've got to refill.
Yes, that's it for that. We're going into the 7th round. Oh my gosh, it's the second to last round.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to refill this too, and then I think we're out of ore. So, oh no, we have one more.
It's stone.
Stone. We have one more. But there are little chits that have like a little multiplier on it. So
yeah.
Almost had to use it, but we did not have to use it.
Okay. So now that the game is going to be ending soon, how do you feel?
Not very good.
Why? You have so many animals.
I do.
Expansion time,
perhaps? Yeah, I think I'm going to expand. But I don't think you're going to expand. That's the thing. So, like, do I need to do it now? Probably not.
That's the question.
All right, fine. I will expand. Okay, so this 2 comes to me.
Okay.
I get the expansion board.
Yep. Nice.
And now I can start working it. So the good thing is this is all fenced off here. So all I have to do is really, like, enclose on that
That is nice. Turn. That's very nice. I'm going to go ahead and take all of the stone. It's been a while since I've had resources of any type, really. So I was choosing between, Anyway, I took the stone.
Okay, I think I'm going to get a special building. We're going to do the half-timbered house. This one costs 3 wood, 2 stone, and 1 reed, and it basically covers up the cottage. It has this would now have a 2 animal capacity, and it's worth 5 points at the end of the game. So let's just go ahead and do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. So all those resources are gone.
5 points for a building is
5
sweet.
points.
That is the most that you can earn from a building in this game.
Yep.
So very good. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this spot here with the 2 sheep and the reed. They're going to get cozy. Hold on. Here they can hold 10. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I could move them.
You can move them,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to relocate my pigs because the open stables holds 10.
10, 5 times 2.
Right.
So how many sheep with that acquisition?
Including the new 2? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. So they'll be able to breed one more time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sheep, you made it through.
They did.
Oh my gosh.
It's a mess.
All right, here we go. Pigs are going in here.
All right.
All right. You made it work. Back to you, Naveen, for your final action, second to last round.
Yeah, it's hard. This is hard. You took that stone. I really wanted that.
It's a very tactical game. There are only so many places where you can get resources, and they accrue at such a weird rate, I guess.
Weird rate. Okay, I think I'm going to take the wood.
Yeah?
3 wood, yeah. I'm going to do it.
All right.
Knowing I only have 3 more turns. Wow. So I'm going to take some penalties here.
Okay, well, I'm going to build a stall.
Okay.
So 3 stone and that reed that I just acquired.
Okay.
I'm going to build a stall right there.
Okay.
All right, so now I can hold 3 additional animals. I don't know.
Yeah, you just need to build off 1 fence here to get your 4 bonus points.
Yeah, we shall see. All right, that's it. That is the end of that round.
Okay.
Let's grab our workers and breed our animals. So again, I'm going to get 1 of each besides cow. So horse, pig, and sheep.
Yeah, very good.
And you?
I get sheep and cow. The horse is still being lonely.
There you go.
I don't think that horse is going to find a partner.
Oh, no.
By my accounting.
All right. Well, it looks like I still have space for everybody. I think this is my 10th sheep. So I'm just going to leave them there. And you're on your own, sheep.
Looks good. And now we refill.
Yes. So we're going into the final round. This is the last border that's going to go on that spot. And it's been quite the ride.
Yeah.
Can I have a read for that spot, please?
Sure.
I think we did everything right. I hope we've been refilling properly.
Yeah, me too.
It felt right. So now we're in the final round. Naveen, you are still first. What are you going to do? This is your final 3 actions.
Yeah. Wow. I think I'm going to go build some fences. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah. So we're going to do that because if I can encircle this right now, just do it, I get 4 points. So let's go ahead and spend 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just completely build it out.
Nice. And while you do that, since I'm doing something very similar, I'm just going to go here. And I'm going to use it for the 2 free borders there.
Sure.
Well, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do that.
No
because
rush.
There's no rush.
Absolutely no rush.
Now, you know what? I am going to take I'm going to build the borders first. So 1 here and 1 there.
All right.
All right. Back to you.
Okay. I think I'm going to face some penalties here. This might be foolish, but let's just go for it.
Okay.
I'm going to take these 4 stone.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing.
What?
Okay.
It's a lot of stone.
It is a lot of stone.
Okay.
Something that I got kind of hawk-eyed on just one thing, and now I think it might cost me.
Now it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take these then. The pig-cow combo. And I guess I'll put the cows here. I don't know. I might need to do some rearranging later. And the pig will go right there. Back to you.
Lots of animals for you. Well, I'm going to go to that unlimited spot. We can upgrade our stalls.
You've been working on this for like the past 4 rounds.
You know, when you took I was trying to do this way earlier, but when you took all the stone that was sitting there, that like kerplunked it. Yeah, completely kerplunked it.
Sorry there.
Yeah, but this allows me to flip over my stalls.
Yes, so you can turn in either 5 wood or 5 stone.
Unlimited, so I have exactly 10.
Flip
2,
over any
4,
number of your stalls.
6, 8, 10.
Nice.
There they go. Stall
your life
1.
savings.
They're worth 4 points each. And then stall 2.
Nice.
But I'm going to face penalties for not having enough horses or cows, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, I'm going to face a penalty for my cows.
Yeah, that's okay.
Why did I even do that then? Well, I guess
it is a point, though. Every animal is a point.
That's right.
So it's really only a 2 penalty.
It will breed.
That's me. That's my game. I'll see where I scored. I have no idea.
Okay, well, at this point, I really should. You know what? I am going to do the math. Let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8, 9 horses. And unfortunately, as it stands right now, I can only hold 2 more horses, 1 more pig, which they're going to get in breeding anyway, an extra of something, which would probably be the cow, and 2 sheep. So I think I have no choice but to take this spot.
Or sheep.
I was thinking about this spot, but I would just waste a bunch of the animals.
Yeah.
So this will still get me something, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put the horse in here, and then the sheep in that spot. That's it. Wow. That is the end of the game. Almost. Let's do our final breeding phase.
Yes.
And then we'll go to the true end.
1 cow, 1 sheep for me.
So here's your cow. Oh, there's.
Are we sheep? I can just take it from the board.
Oh, we could use these tokens.
Okay. That's fine.
Here. There's your cow and sheep.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get 1 of each. Oh, I don't know. I'm taking that pig. A sheep, a pig, a cow, and a horse. Let's see what I can hold. So the horse is gonna go here. The sheep here. I think I have exactly enough space.
Yeah, didn't you map it out, right? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
That
doesn't feel good.
Okay. The game is over.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into end game scoring. So there's a little notepad here.
Yeah, I have a pen for you.
Thank you.
Hopefully it works.
All right. So since you were first, we can go ahead and do your score first.
Sure. Okay.
Why don't you? How many sheep do you have? It's 1 point per animal, no matter what animal it is.
Okay. I think I have 9 sheep. 6 plus 3, 9 sheep.
Okay, so 9. I think this is 10. Let me just confirm. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So 10 here plus the 2 there. So that's 12 sheep. We really should have been using these chits.
Yeah.
But I like to make it harder on ourselves.
Sure.
Pigs. How many pigs?
0.
0 pigs.
No pigs.
Okay.
I went pigs last time. 0 this time.
Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cows.
Yeah, cows, I think I have 9.
Oh, you have
so
a lot.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So 9 cows. I have 3, which is going to get me 3 points. I guess it'll net 0.
It'll net 0.
Because it'll be minus 3 points since I didn't meet that for cow criteria. Horses?
1.
1 horse. Your prized horse. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3. I think this is 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 total.
Wow.
Lots of horses.
You love those horses.
Okay, now we are going to score additional bonus points depending on how many of these animals we have, and the chart is actually on the box.
On the side of the box?
So do you want to grab the box?
Sure.
There's no like leaflet.
We'll try to flash it to the screen somehow.
Interesting. I'm just going to tell you what bonus points you get.
Okay.
So for your sheep, because you have 9, that's 1 additional point.
That's it.
The sheep are the worst
ratio.
The worst ratio. You have to have a ton of sheep in order to score a bunch of points.
It's because they stack up on this wheel over here, so
they're the easiest to
grab
get.
them all.
Because I had 12, I scored 2 bonus points. Wow. For the pigs,
I get -3.
You get -3. Yeah, that's right. Because you didn't have at least 4. I have 8. So I get one point, 1 bonus point.
Okay.
The cows, you had 9
I have
of them.
9, so I'm on the cusp. 10 is the next level. I know.
So you get 2 points.
2 points versus 3. That's okay.
Well, I only had
-3.
3, so I get -3 for that.
Okay.
And then the horses, you get -3 for that.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
I had 11 horses. To get the maximum of bonus points of 6 points, you have to have 12. So I was really trying to go for it. It's the animal that has the easiest ratio. So for 11 horses, I get 5 bonus points for that.
Wow.
So now we're going to get points for our expansion boards if it's completely used.
Yep.
And so since yours is in an enclosed pasture, that is considered completely used.
Yeah.
So you get 4 points for that.
Right.
And I also get 4 points because mine is completely used. Last but not least, how many points do you get for your buildings?
Yeah.
This is where you shine.
This is where, I kind of went for building. So I get 4, 8 plus 5. So I get 13 points in buildings. I don't like the -6 I'm getting now.
Well, I have 1 point there. Oh yeah, the cottage is worth nothing, by the way.
2 right there?
What is this?
2.
2 points for that. So 3 points total.
Points. You had a lot of animals, so that's a lot of single points just adding up.
Well, I am going to do some math, and then we'll get back to you.
Okay.
All right, scores are in. Are you ready?
Lay it on me.
Okay, so it's Naveen with 33.
Oh.
To me with 46.
Oh, bad game, Naveen.
It was all in the animals.
I played terrible this time.
I mean, it's kind of in the title. All Agricola, all creatures, big and small. I think you kind of went tunnel vision for that plan, right?
You know, it cost me big because I was working towards that, and when you took all those stone, that was it. It was done. Because then I didn't flip them. Then that means I'm like, oh, how else am I going to do this? Because then I started looking at the breeding ratio, and I was like, okay, I can get 1 pig and like maybe finagle something, because I needed them to flip in order to stuff everyone into the thing, to open up a new stable, to get more animals in.
I know.
So once that happened, it was like, well, I'm hosed.
Kind of just sidetracked everything, right?
It did.
And honestly, I think that is the most interesting part of the game. The way that the animals refill, so that you're forced to kind of count like, well, if I take a horse every round and I can only max breed a horse every round, how many horses or how many actions taking a horse will it take for me to be able to have 12 horses by the end of the game? Because there is a finite amount of animals that you can have total.
That's why I had to snipe that 1 horse. Yeah. So that 12th horse that you were looking for.
Yes, that did it. At one point I calculated it, and I had to get the horse every single round, in order for me to hit 12, but because you took that 1 action.
I had to take that 1, but you did very good with that. And then there was that one time where you did the expansion before I could get to it. That was
I was surprised that you didn't get it first.
Because there was other things I was trying to get done, but that would have made a big difference.
That would have been the difference, because I wouldn't have been able to build out enough space at the right time, to hold the animals that I needed to breed. Every time my animals bred, it was like the perfect situation. So if you messed that up at just like 1 point, then
just to break it
would have made a big difference, I think. So
oh well.
Anyway, that is Agricola, All Creatures Big and Small. As you can see, this is a small box game only for 2 players, and it plays technically in like 30 minutes. It's really quick. It's just 8 rounds, and you have 3 workers per round.
Pretty simple to understand, but tough decisions at certain points.
It's very simple in scoring. I mean, if you think that Agricola is fairly simple in rule structure, this is really simple. You could play this with families easily. But the name of the game is just trying to breed as many animals as possible.
You got to,
But it's like a race of trying to breed them while also trying to house them.
Yeah, you kind of need to get those passive like pigs and sheeps. I think I went a little too sheeps early. I think I should have probably went more pig instead of the sheeps here, and then like just swiped up some sheep towards the end there and not faced a penalty.
Yeah, because
that's what I'm thinking it should have done, because the sheeps kind of fill in on 3 of those 4 different spots at the very bottom.
The valuation per animal is interesting, right? Because the sheep are worth so little in terms of the bonus points, but they still score you 1 point. Like each animal is still inherently worth 1 point.
They'll still score you a point, and you'll most likely not get the penalty on sheep unless you completely ignore them. So maybe keep that, like tuck that as like okay, I won't get the penalty, and I'll just take what I get.
Right.
And then of the other 3 animals, okay, how can I try to maximize the points there?
I feel like you have to try to plan the cows and horses early. right?
Yes.
Those are the big ticket animals.
That's what I try to do with the cows, and then I think I just didn't get in the pig game. I should have gotten the pig game, not the sheep game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's the thing that's really interesting too, is the pairings that these animals have. Like if I wanted to get a horse every round, I have to take this spot every time, or else the horse doesn't refill.
They won't, yeah.
But if you want sheep, you have to allow them to build up, or else you'll never get sheep, because none of them start with an inherent sheep.
Yep.
It's
you
only like
a section
build-up animal, right?
Yeah, it's nice sometimes, like in other games, like there'll be like 4 sheep that are built up, and you're like, all right, time to get the sheep. And then now it's like they've been auto breeding for you without you having to worry about the space for it. Make your infrastructure, and then it's like, now that I have the infrastructure, come on in, sheep. You've all been breeding offsite, you know. So that's something that I should have been kind of cognizant of in this game.
So it's definitely an interesting game. I think that it does kind of get samey after a while. Like it's not a game that we can pull out all the time to play. And I think that we're a little bit unique in that. I know that there are people out there who really love this game, especially as like a lunchtime game or just some kind of something quick that feels like a Euro, right? But even if it does the same kind of point over and over again, it's still, I feel like the beauty of the game is in that drama of like, because every game kind of feels different in the way that you take each other's spots, the tactical aspect.
Yeah, totally.
Like last game that we played, I was forced to go heavier on the building side because I couldn't get like a certain type of resource, or I couldn't build up the animals that I wanted. And so that's how the feel of the game can kind of change from game to game.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that it's a small box. It can definitely fit on the shelf, but I probably would be pulling it out once every 3 or 4 months.
Yeah,
exactly.
And
that's what, like, the rediscovery of the game is kind of where it's at for me. Because we've played this quite a bit, actually leading up to this filming, I'm feeling that with that kind of fatigue of the sameness that you're talking about there. But yeah, totally. Like 4 months down the road, just to pull it off the shelf and be like, okay, what was it that I need to do here?
Yeah.
Then that can kind of spark that joy out of it.
And it is so tight.
It is.
It's that Agricola tight. It's a very specific feeling of tight, right? Yeah. Anyway, like we were mentioning, this is one of 3 of these small box kind of spin-offs based off of the larger Uwe Rosenberg games. It's a really, really interesting concept. And I believe this game is probably one of the more loved ones between the 3 because it's also been expanded. There are expansions for this.
Gotcha.
But like Naveen was also mentioning, we're probably not going to be able to showcase the other 2 games because this is the only one that we have. Yep. So this is kind of just like a little mid-series break before we move on to the next big box while we prepare for it.
Yeah, we randomly got this in a math trade at our local convention a couple conventions ago, and we're like, all right, we'll definitely do it.
So next big box though is Glass Road, and that is coming very soon. It's not as involved, not as long as the other ones that we've been doing lately. And so we're looking forward to getting that one out.
Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you do want to follow along with the rest of the Uwe Rosenberg series, feel free to subscribe and you'll be notified when the next video comes out.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.